All right, well, okay, my bad. I didn't see you vote. My bad. What up, y'all? Welcome to another edition. As y'all can see, it's Thursday, and we are here with another triple profit podcast. Soon to be number one small business podcast in the world. That's right, I said the world, Craig. And today, yeah, you was coming. And first off, as always, I got to my right my brother Devontae, the Guru. How you doing, Guru?
I'm doing good, man.
Looking smooth as always. I can tell you still using cocoa butter.
You know it.
I know it, baby. Make it glisten, baby. And to my left, my brother Marcus, the Money Man. What's up, baby? How you doing?
I'm good.
Ching, like here. And behind him, you see we got a special guest. Today, we have the carpet cleaning king in the building, Dillen El Guapo Harris. What's up, D?
What's up, man? I appreciate that.
Yeah. Oh, for sure, man. We got you. We're gonna introduce you right, man. We're gonna get, you know what I mean? We're gonna get you some business and get the DMs popping.
The right way.
the right way. Exactly.
The right way,
man. So today we have Dillen in the building. Dillen is a young, successful entrepreneur. Basically built a carpet cleaning business from the ground up, and he's going to give us a little bit of his story, and also tell try to get some info out for those that may be looking to get into something lucrative and build their own carpet cleaning business. He's going to give you some of the ins and outs and things like that. So hey, once again, Dillen, appreciate you for being here, man. Why don't you take a quick second, kind of introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about you.
Thank you guys for having me, first of all. I like doing everything with y'all. Y'all the best group to be around. I'm 26. I was born and raised in Bakersfield, California, on the east side, right where Virginia and Northrop meet. So if you know the area, you know the area. Ex-athlete, went to BHS, Bakersfield High School from 2010 to 2014. Played at junior college here at Bakersfield College from 2014 2016. I went to college on a dual sport scholarship, so track and football, and then I ended up graduating with a marketing degree. And I've been in my company for myself, everything from the ground up, my last name, built it brick by brick since 20. Oh, yeah, right there. That's all right too. Built it brick by brick back in 2020, kind of at the height of the pandemic. I ended up getting fired from a job I had. It was an amazing blessing because I was going to quit the next day anyway. So came home, put a plan together, and decided the best thing I could do right now, just because of the overhead I had in the industry, I can just get into carpet cleaning. And that's where I started at.
Nice, man. Nice. So, man, so that's crazy. It seems like all of us got a starting point where it was a fed up moment. So you said you was about to quit the job anyway?
Man, I was doing a lot of work for a little recognition and not really getting appreciated for things I did. I have a background in accounting too, and marketing was my main thing. And so I kind of helped them out a lot of this stuff. And I was like, you know what? I had to talk to my grandma. I was like, yeah, this isn't what I want to do. So I was like, I'm gonna give it till Friday. They at least gave me a chance at the college. I didn't want to just leave and disrespect them in any kind of way. And then Thursday came, and out of nowhere, I just get taken to the office and say, hey, we're gonna let you go without a decent reason, which perfect for me because I was gonna quit the next day anyway. They came right in time. That unemployment.
Yeah, that's a godsend. Now you get the unemployment check too. Okay.
It was perfect.
Man, that's solid, man. That's solid. Go ahead, Devontae.
Now I was gonna say it's always amazing how stuff just works out. Like we just really if you look back at your life and you see all things you thought was gonna be a bad thing, like there was things that happened that like would have been perfect, and just made everything worked out. I know you can do that with your life. That situation is a great example of that.
Exactly.
I'm just shocked. My man said, I'm gonna give you till Friday, and I'm out.
Man, I didn't want to be they gave me a job out of college. I was like, let me at least give them a little bit more time with my efforts and my skills. Why not?
No, that's dope, man. I know. Did you have, and I want to tap on this because I know you're younger too. Did you have any fear walking away from that job at all? Because a lot of people get connected to the job, they connected to the check, they worried about survival.
Yeah,
you was ready to get up out of there.
That's what I made sure I didn't want to do when I signed up, because I kind of got pulled like literally while I was still in college. And the one thing I said, like, man, this is good money, but I don't want to be like married to this because I know it's not gonna be forever. It was in Texas still. I love Texas to death with all my heart, but I was born here in California, so I knew I wanted to come back eventually. So I was like, okay, let me put myself in a position of where if I'm ready to leave, I can leave on my terms whenever I want to. So I kind of set it up that way.
For sure. Okay, man, no, that's good to know, man. I think first off, kudos to you for what you've done so far with it, but I think that's great. Like it seems, and this is probably why you're so successful right now, is that you have that mindset of, shoot, I'm good. I'm gonna figure it out.
Yeah.
For sure. Did that carry over, that kind of mindset? Did you always have that? Did you learn it? Football, how'd you get there?
I think I give the credit to my grandpa. He's a man was from the backwoods of Mississippi. Somehow made his way to Bakersfield, California, and has one of the coldest hustles I've ever seen in my entire life too. So he told me no matter what, if things get hard, you get put in the corner, just work harder. It'll figure itself out. And that mindset helped me figure a lot of stuff out. Like, okay, look, I'm kind of confused. I'm only 23. I'm leaving college. It's my first actual, career big boy job. I'm getting paid pretty good, but now I want to leave. What's the next step? Well, I got myself, so I can get myself out of any situation. Just kind of hearing him in the back of my head say that kind of helped me out.
That's dope.
Old school player too.
Yes.
Old school player. He got lines for days.
Man, it sounds like it got a sharp tongue.
Man, what?
That's cool, man.
And I know you talk about your grandfather often when we meet, man. Can you explain to us what is his influence on you being in this industry today?
Oh, that's if not the main influence, at least it's sharing the influence of my hustle. But he had his own business growing up, and he had me working when I was 8 years old. If anybody that has like a business with their family, they know you're gonna be in there doing something somewhere at a tender young age when you're not supposed to.
Oh, so
yeah, he had me cleaning carpets at 8 years old.
You're not even on the books. You're not even.
They don't even know about you. He had me in rental properties cleaning carpets, cleaning our carpets, and like I thought, okay, my grandpa let me have fun. You know, I'm learning something. I realize this man wants me to do most of the work, and he comes in after and finishes, which is. I learned the hard way, but I'm happy to learn that way. And yeah, he was probably one of my main influences of doing it. That's why it's our last name on the business. I wanted to at least let him know, like, hey, you stop doing yours, but I built something back up for us for the family to have when the time comes.
That's awesome, man. I like that. Have that legacy going.
Exactly.
And just to be clear, he started his own.
Yeah.
Now, what was your granddad's business name to capture some of those people who are still looking?
If anybody's looking for Freddie Harris, and they use BJ's unique carpet cleaning, I am his grandson, through and through. Pinky promise. So please call me, 661-747-6109.
Drop them digits.
Anytime. Talk dirty.
I like it. That's an old school player name. Freddie Harris.
Freddie, huh?
Exactly.
Yeah. But yeah, mine from the ground, everything built from the logo here. The logo here, you can see the crown. That's why I like how JD said the king of carpet cleaning. That's why I feel like I am. So I wanted to put the crown as an homage to that. The logo on the side of my van, everything's built up for me from the ground zero.
Run it, man. I love that. Yeah, embrace the hell out of that king of carpet cleaning too, man. Keep that in your mind. Keep that in your head. So damn, man. Okay, so how long you been in business now?
2 years in August. So technically a year and 11 months.
All right.
Congratulations, man. Congratulations.
Yeah,
thank you.
Congrats for sure. So man, quick recap. Give us a recap of what your first year was like. What was some of your struggles? And what was your first win and kind of aha moment where you was like, I got this in the bag?
I made a list because I thought about it after we talked about it last.
All right.
My first year, I was doing a lot of jobs for a little bit of money. I was hungry, but I was eating the wrong stuff. That's what I always told myself. I'm hungry. I want to get there. I want to be known as this, but I'm eating the wrong food. I'm hunting the wrong stuff. I was doing jobs for taking up 2 hours of my time, making $100, maybe 100, maybe sometimes 70. But I was just trying to get my name out there. I was really hustling. I was going door to door, never doing that ever again in my entire life unless I have to. I was going door to door, handing out little pamphlets and stuff I made myself, putting little art on it, hey, it looked semi-professional. It didn't look the best. Now all my stuff is, I got it right this time. But I was going handing door to door, knocking on stuff, leaving stuff there. I couldn't put anything in mailbox. That is a felony. If y'all know that, that's a felony. So I couldn't do that. Going door to door. I went to cars. Sometimes I leave my card. I wouldn't put it on their stuff, but I at least put it like here in the window so they can grab it, because I know how annoying that could be. Everything I did was kind of like doing it the hard way. I was doing the old archaic way of like trying to get customers. So I'm walking door to door. I'm going to different neighborhoods. I'm picking little spots and businesses I want to go stand outside of and say, hey, I have this cleaning company. You should try this out. And it wasn't effective at all. I got a couple customers from it. I actually still have 2 of my customers today from me going to their door, and they bring it up to me sometimes when I go and clean their carpet. But it just wasn't the old archaic way of doing it. Wasn't the way I should have done it. I was thinking more in the past than rather now. Let's utilize our Instagram, utilize a Facebook, utilize our YouTube or something like that, which I really wish I would have done in the beginning.
There you go. Okay.
But you know what, though? I think it's cool because like those, I'm pretty sure you feel that way. So let me ask you a question. Do you feel like that pain of doing it the old way set you up for this new way?
Oh yeah, 100%. The hard learnings maybe realize, hey, you're working too hard for nothing.
Right.
You can work hard all day and other things, but now you're working too hard to capture business. I was really working hard for my money back then instead of making it work for me. And that's the main problem I came into. That was the whole thesis of the problem I had my first year. I will work for my money, but then once I get it, it's like, okay, let's make it work for you now. Let's make life a little easier so we can double the money, triple the money, doing other things and not taking up so much of your time.
Yeah, and we all go through that as business owners. So I congratulate you. You got 2 years in books, man. That's awesome, man. For a business to last 2 years. I mean, this is like not easy for a lot of businesses to last that long. So you're doing a great thing. I think you're doing an awesome job.
Thank you.
Good shit, man. Yeah. So you went through the archaic way, got it out the mud. It sounds like started building up. When did did you have an aha moment where it's like, okay, this ain't gonna work no more? And then what did you transition to?
I think I had a couple. The first one was this lady had hired me for a job, and she kind of downplayed the job, saying it wasn't that bad. It's just a quick little touch up. It shouldn't take you more than this time. And it was around Christmas time. Christmas time is really busy for carpet cleaning, like super busy. So I fit her in my schedule. We rescheduled 3 times. Mind you, I was working for the wrong stuff back then. So going to the house, she's not there. I was like, okay. She wants me to start cleaning. And I called her and said, hey, this is like a $700 ticket job. I'm not going to clean until I get at least half or something here. And she's like, oh, well, basically just trying not to pay me. Oh, I don't know where I'm at. I'm lost. Lady, you lived in Bakersfield about 5 years now. I don't want to hear that. And there's GPS, whatever. So long story short, she pulled over, sent the money. I started cleaning. I was supposed to start the job at 5 o'clock. I didn't start until about maybe 8. I didn't get home until 3 in the morning. That moment, as frustrating as it was for me, made me realize, like, Dylan, you are working too hard for no reason. Well, what are you doing? Why would you go waste your time for that? And one, the lady wasn't trying to pay you, so she wasn't the customer I want in the first place. Right. And then 2, it's like you spent all that time. You could have done something else, or at least caught back up on something that could have pushed your business forward. And that moment made me stop and like, you know what? My price is going up. My time is being more valued through myself. And if I can show my customers my value through my time, they'll start appreciating my value as well. So that was the moment that clicked in the back of my head, like, you know what? It's the last time you get played like this in your head, because I did it to myself. I can't get mad at the customer. I did it to myself. It's the last time you get played in your head. Now we're going to push it forward and do something different. And from that moment, I set my minimum price. I started taking deposits. I started my whole different way of accepting money, accepting jobs, and looking for jobs too. Because now I got down from some, I don't know if anybody was it Home Advisor?
Home Advisor.
Hey, Home Advisor. That's the one job I got at Home Advisor in 6 months. I paid the monthly payment every single month. That's the one job I got, nothing else. So I stopped using them. I started doing my own, like basically just trusting myself more, like, hey, this is new. You're doing it by yourself. Nobody's really helping you too much as far as like how to get stuff, how to do this, how to maneuver. Just trust yourself. Now, after that day, I started trusting myself a lot more. But me making myself stay up until 5 in the morning and damn near to clean a job made me realize, like, hey, man, you messing up a lot. And that changed everything for me.
Got you. That's dope. Hey, that's dope. I noticed the trend with you. It's you hit a wall, you hit a piece of pain, you pivot, and you like, I ain't doing it like this no more, and I'm out of there. And you change quick. And I think it's really, really dope. Like also just really, really tapping into your mindset, man. Like, we've had our meetings and I've sat and I've given you kudos, but now even hearing your story, seeing how your mindset works like that's like a big thing at one in being an entrepreneur, but at your age to have that, it's huge, bro. That's real dope. Hold on to that. Definitely hold on to that, because that's carrying you a very, very far away.
Now, I wanna, this is a selfish question. You do carpets, grout, upholstery, and during our meetings, you talk about the chemicals. I have no idea what you're talking about, man. What are these chemicals that go into cleaning, and why is it important to have the proper mix?
Okay, so proper mix, I like how you said that. Like you see like a Dr. Pepper, right? We can all imagine what a Dr. Pepper tastes like. You ever had a Mr. Pibb?
Yeah.
You close. You knocking on the door, but you at the wrong house. So it's kind of the same thing with these chemicals. You can get these cheap chemicals. You can buy these cheap chemicals anywhere. But once that puts on your floor or your carpet or your couch, now your couch can be wet for a couple of days. Now it's still gonna be dirty for a couple of days. Instead of buying the correct product, like I use all my chemicals I use are obviously name brand, but they're expensive. But I use that so I do the job right the first time. I don't want to get a call back saying, hey, there's dirt here still, or hey, my carpet's been wet for like 3 days, which I get that a lot from these other guys that clean. I clean behind them. Customers say, yeah, he came in, he cleaned. My couch is wet for, I remember somebody told me 3 days. I'm like, that's different. That's kind of different. I've never left anything wet for that long. So the chemicals are the main thing. So you have different chemicals for your carpet, different types of carpet, different types of tile, porcelain or like mosaic tile, things like that. It's different. I like to use different chemicals for it just to make sure I'm using a specific chemical for whatever I'm using. Because whatever I'm cleaning, excuse me. There's a chemical for everything. And then there's a chemical that can cover everything as well too, which if you're ever in trouble, you want to use that, but you want to go find the floor specific chemicals. It'll create a good, easy cleaning experience for you and also good customer experience too. That's my main thing.
So what's one of the craziest jobs you walked into where you was like, good Lord, burn the house down? You have anything like that?
Oh man. This is on my Instagram too. This guy had brown carpet, like dark brown carpet. His dogs are using the restroom in that one area, one room, the entire room for about 2 years. No cleaning. God. So you can walk through the front door and just smell it. It hits your nose like sucker punch, something like that. You can feel it in the back of your throat almost when you walk in the door. I get to it, I'm looking at it, I'm like, man, he told me what it was like over the phone, but I was like, man, this is a little different. Like, I don't know about this. And he's like, well, could you clean? I was like, yeah, I for sure can clean it. I was like, it's gonna cost you a little bit though. And now when I was like, man, I don't judge anybody of how they keep their carpet. That's why you call a carpet cleaner, to take care of it. If you don't call a carpet cleaner, I might say something about you, but he was taking care of it. But man, that one smelled. It had everything you could think of that a dog can do. It was there.
Oh my God.
Everything you could think, whatever you thinking of, and say, oh, they wouldn't do that. No, they did that too. They did. They gave him the combo platter of destruction on his carpet. It was not it. It was not it.
Oh, that's horrible, man. I can't even understand how people be living like that.
And so when is like it's over for the carpet, man? When do you determine that? You look at that and be like, yo, bro, change this out.
Because Marcus will do that. Marcus will do that real quick if you got an old
throw it out.
Like,
man, what'd you do? I realize it's done. I check my corners. Normally it's with pets. It's never because it's too dirty. If it's too dirty, there's sometimes you can say, but if it's like, oh, I take that back. If it's too dirty, you can't, because people live a certain lifestyle where they allow certain bugs to get inside their carpet in their house. You don't want to touch that. You don't have to strip naked down in your house before you even take a step in there and go through your clothes in something that can burn it right there. If it's too dirty, as far as like the dirt's now, and I've seen it before too, the dirt is now creating a scratch pattern in your carpet. So imagine you walking on the same thing for 10 years, not moving that same spot. That's a wear pattern that's starting to show the mat. That one's hard. If I check your corners and there's bed bugs in the corner by the abundance, I'll clean one of those before too. I don't like doing it, but if there's bed bugs in abundance in your corner, I don't want to touch it. If the pet's been using the restroom there for over like, I think 5 years realistically, there's no coming back from that. Yeah, those you gotta just go ahead and just rip it up and get some new carpet or get some hardwood flooring to save yourself some time.
Oh, yeah. That's great. I'm as you saying it, I'm smelling it because I show a lot of houses and I walk in the houses and be like, how is they living like this? Man. So I like as soon as you said it, I smelled it. Like, oh man.
know exactly what it smelled like too.
Exactly. Oh, man. So for you, like where do you see your business going and growing next? Like what's the next steps over the course 5, 10, 15 years or whatnot with your business?
I just started doing more like janitorial specific cleaning. So by the end of the year, I'm planning to start, hopefully I can get over my trust problem and start hiring people. And then once I do that, next 5 years, I see me at least having a van for mobile detailing, a van for house cleaning, and solar cleaning mixed in with that. I just want to really, like realistically, my 100% goal is to take over the entire cleaning market. So it's not enough for me. I know I'm a specialist in cleaning carpet and floors. I know I can at least show somebody or find somebody that'll be a specialist in mobile detailing. I can show somebody how to clean the house the correct way. I can do things like that. I have faith in myself for it, but it's not enough for me to just be satisfied with like, I'm a carpet cleaner. I do that. I want to have, hey, you call Harris Cleaning Company for this. You call them for that. It's like your one-stop shop for everything as far as cleaning goes within your home or within like your commercial business. You need your cars cleaned outside your commercial business. You can call us at the same time we'll be inside cleaning the carpets or giving you some janitorial services. Hopefully by the next 5 years, one for mobile detailing, one for house cleaning, solar cleaning as well, and then another carpet cleaning van as well. Maybe around the same time for that one, I can have an actual like location, an office where I can do things like rug cleaning. I have product I can sell on the inside, things like deodorizers, spot removers, pet spot removers, everything like that. I'm trying to make it to where your whole cleaning is coming from just one place. And then hopefully
stop shopping it.
Yeah. And then hopefully they can just see this or my other logo on my van and know for a fact, like, oh, hey, that's Harris Cleaning Company. They do good work and they're like this.
So man, so that is that's the goals, right? But you got to start from someplace, right? Mm-hmm. So you get dismissed or you have the fortunate of getting dismissed for your position.
Yeah.
And you move out. Did you get that van with the whole setup right out the gate?
Oh.
Or what is that?
Y'all gonna love this. One of my favorite people of all time, not just as far as his music, but one of my favorite people of all time, so I was like probably in middle school, was Nipsey Hussle. The one thing I took from him was like, man, I don't feel right until I check everything. And I remember him saying that, and I kind of like to live by that. So before I even left, like a month or two before I left, before I made my mind up, because I thought about just sticking out with the company, I had already looked up where to get a van from. I already looked up what chemicals I wanted to get. In my head and on paper, I have this blue book I've had for 5 years that if you go back, you'll see my notes from 5 years and I'm doing all the stuff I said I would now. And now I'm just adding more stuff to it. But you can see, hey, get this van from, I promise you, I'll bring it with that if I have to. It says, hey, get this van from this guy here. Get these chemicals from this guy here. The supply shop right here when you get home. So I mapped everything out before I came here. So I got back home to Bakersfield in June of 2020. I got my van July 2020, like the first of it. Or excuse me, I came back July, got it that like third weekend. So it's towards August, I got the van. I got it painted because it was an ugly orange. Got it painted. Oh, I didn't mean it like that. It was the guy had orange.
It ain't zip orange.
No, it ain't zip orange. It's a guy, he painted a different kind of orange, but I had everything set up to where, okay, fire. I had everything set up to
I just saw the background. I saw the
fire. Let them know. See the things everywhere. I had the van set up everything how I wanted to. I upgraded it from that, and I got it kind of like my supply guy said I got sold a turkey, which I didn't feel like I did, but it runs just as good as other machines do now. I set everything up the way I wanted it to. I upgraded everything the way I wanted it to. Everything in there is specific to me and how I like cleaning. So I made sure I put everything specific to me. But yeah, I got my van like within a week of getting home, or 3 weeks of getting home.
Okay.
You know what I'm curious about? I'm sorry.
Go ahead, man. No, go ahead.
I'm curious about, so like we start businesses, we go for using our own cash. Did you use your own cash, use some financing? How did you get that going?
I used my own cash I had saved up. I put about, all together within that first year, because I started to buy a lot of stuff, I put about $30,000 of my own money into it.
Did it?
30 is,
Yes.
man. Now, saying that, I wish I would have known about business funding back then. I could have saved myself a lot of stuff, but sometimes you got to bump your head real hard and know when to do the right thing. And I did that the first time. But yeah, I took $30,000 of my own cash and paid for my stuff.
Yo, that's how you put skin in the game, though.
You do.
Committed.
You do.
That's the truth. I knew better, and I ended up buying the 5 vehicles outright with cash. It was stupid. So now I'm lucky enough that the used car market held.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna begin to sell them off because the new ones I ordered are coming. So I know what you mean. Don't tie up that capital if you don't have to, man. But Devontae will tell you otherwise. Devontae tell you otherwise. On the debt side, he got a whole philosophy, which I love. That
yeah. Well, yeah. But I think it's nothing to be like, if you know you made the mistake. That's like all being a business owner. Like, man. And these two know I make a lot of mistakes. I made a lot of mistakes. We were just talking about me and my driver. That's the constant conversation about me not hiring drivers. And Marcus always on me. But everyone has their own flow, which I know you know, like what things are you getting like more comfortable about, like in the progress of doing your business? Are there things you like, man, you know what, 2 months ago I would never done this, but now I see myself doing this a whole lot easier, more comfortable with this? What are those things for you as you're a growing business owner?
The first thing for me would be my prices. I was really bad at setting my prices because I was afraid of losing the job. Now my prices are firm where they're at, no matter who you are. Nobody getting a homie discount. The prices are going to stay exactly where they're at because I realize that's the only way I make my money. Yeah, I run a business, not a charity, so I have to treat it as such. And that was the one thing I wasn't like, I had a problem with. And the second thing is, I guess showing more of myself in my business, like being more comfortable. Like you look at my Instagram and see my face now. I did not want that whatsoever. I was in my head like, you know what? I'm gonna do a good job. They're gonna appreciate my good job, and they'll give me all the followers in the world. I'm gonna get all. It don't work like that. It never will work like that. They got right on. Like I really thought that in my head, and then I started seeing like, hey, you got to be personal with these customers, and they see you like, man, they don't know who's coming into their house. You're going in there. Potentially, you could mess something up really bad. They at least want to know who you are, what you look like, what your background is a little bit. So those are the two things I'm getting really comfortable with doing now.
Awesome.
So man, so building it from the ground up, like you said, like you spent about 30 of your own money in it. Figured out those markets. Like what if someone was trying to start their own? You let's say you talking to young Dillen, fresh out of college, and he has an interest in doing this. What are the key things that he's going to need to one, know and do and have in his arsenal to be able to build? He ain't gonna be the king of carpet cleaning because that's you, but at least to be the jack of carpet cleaning. Like what does he need to do to start that?
Find groups. That's what I wish, like the group that you guys we have together. Find groups like that, because having like-minded people let you know that you're not wrong in your ideas. You just maybe need to do them a different way. That'll be a big thing. That's the main one. Find groups, because doing it by yourself at the beginning is the hardest thing in the world. It's fulfilling once you get like to where I feel like I'm at now. It's more fulfilling because now I have skin in the game now. I know what I'm doing a little bit more. Like I understand the process a little more. But at the beginning, you're like, man, I don't know if I'm doing this right, but I'm gonna just throw it at the wall and see if it sticks. That's one thing. Other thing I would tell him to look into business funding. Save that $30,000 you spent quick. Just go into business funding, see what you can get from that. Thank God I had good credit coming out of college, which I worked hard as hell for, but I had really good credit coming out. I could at least back my business with that. That would have helped out a whole bunch. And then another thing, what I would say, just, hey, believe in yourself a lot more. Like, you're doing this for a reason. Like, I always have a high belief in myself, but in some things, like, you have that little doubt in the back of your head, like, okay, I'm not doing it right, or this might not hit with this customer a certain ways. I would just tell myself, man, 100% believe in yourself, because whether it's right now or it's wrong right now, you're going to make it work out for you the best way you can, because that's what you're supposed to do. But those three things, the group, business funding, and believe in yourself a lot more, what I say. It sounds corny at the last part, but that's what I really believe.
It sounds, I won't even say corny, it sounds cliche, but
cliche, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, no, but I think it's the most, out of all the three, that's probably the most important one, man, because you ain't gonna even move on the other two if you don't have that last one.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And like I said, like, reaffirming what I said earlier, man, like, it is crazy to even hear you say that, because it seems like you carry a lot of that already, and you just listening to the transitions and pivots and things that you've had while building your business. So, no, that's dope, man. Thank you for that. Appreciate it.
I think what JD was saying, that first one, believe in yourself, is definitely most important. I like what you said last, though. That's really important. I think that's key to becoming a business owner, is the idea of figuring it out. Like, we all go into this, you know, I know you had these moments, you had this idea where you thought, like, this is how it's going to go. And it don't go like that, right?
Yeah.
And what was that like for you, like, learning that, like, oh, you know, did you have that idea, like, that's who I'm supposed to solve this problem. I'm a problem solver. I'm supposed to figure this out. You had those moments where you, like, you know, you're on a job and you thought you were going to do something, but it just didn't work out that way. Mm-hmm. And you had to just figure it out. Like, what was that like?
The cool thing about being a carpet cleaner is a lot of your job is kind of around improvising, because you're going into some jobs blind sometimes. You can ask a customer 100%, like, hey, what does it look like? Every last detail you can think of in your head, they'll still miss out key stuff because they don't see it the same way you do. So I kind of approach it the same way I approach jobs. Like, okay, I have this great idea. This is what we're going to go in here and do for this to get this customer. And then if it not work, I'm like, okay, that didn't work. But what's the basis of it? Where's the foundation where that idea came from? What am I trying to achieve with this? And then once I figure that out, okay, let's just go this way and do this. And then 9 times out of 10, it works out for me. Just that mindset helped me out a whole bunch. Like, hey, what's the foundation of this? Like, of why you want to do this for this customer? Oh, is this okay? We'll try it this way instead of the last way you did it, because obviously the last way didn't work. But that helped me out a whole bunch. Because same thing with cleaning. I go into a house, good little story. I had a lady that 10 cats, really nice lady, but it, you know, with 10 cats gonna do some carpet. She had a wool carpet. She didn't know about it. So wool carpet, you have to clean a lot different. End up cleaning it, it's night and day. The right side was black, left side was a light blue. And you can see it quick. Now, I cleaned it a different way at first. I'm like, okay, this isn't working. Let's try something different. Fixed it, went through, pivoted, just kept the same foundation and figured it out at the end. And it was a 9-day difference.
That alone will take you far. So when folks quit and you're like, oh no, I'm figuring this out, and you just, you know, you do what you do, man. That's gonna be awesome, man.
Hey, so you started to touch on this a little bit about door knocking and then switching your ways to find customers. How you find your customers right now?
Oh, social media, huge. Google My Business. I don't like Yelp, so I try to use Yelp as much, but use Yelp.
What's Yelp?
We don't like Yelp. Instagram, YouTube. I'm getting jobs off YouTube now, which is cool. I never would have thought that. I never would have thought I got jobs off YouTube, which is really good. But those, treat social media like it's supposed to be treated. That's the main thing I say. Like, you don't have to go and do anything that's too outside of your character, but try and have fun with it. And I notice when people see you're having fun with it, or you're trying to, you know, give it a little bit of your personality within social media, they're going to like you and want to hire you because of that. They see the job you do. You can go through my Instagram and see the job I do. You can find a carpet that's very close to yours, or a couch that's very close to yours. That's cool. You're going to see that. But who is coming to your house now? how does this person act? What does their personality seem like on their social media? Things like that help me out a whole bunch. But that's where I'm getting most of my jobs at now. Instagram is my main one, I think. Yeah, Instagram's my main one, and then after that is Google.
I'm plugging your YouTube channel on YouTube.
Thank you. Go comment, subscribe.
That is, yeah. Shout out just the little bit of time I've seen your YouTube channel is, I know it sparked Marcus and it sparked me where I was like, okay, I had to go shoot some videos yesterday. So now keep doing what you're doing with it, man.
I'm trying.
Hey. Well, shoot. You talked about where you headed. You talked about how you got here. And you solid, man. Just call Dillen. You shot your number one more time, man.
661-747-6109.
What's your website?
It's Harris, Harris. Oh, no relation, by the way. That haven't happened. I don't know how it happened, but I'm glad it did. So
right.
HarrisCleaningCo.com. You can book on there. I have a gallery. You can see my 100 and something reviews I have on there from Google. Everything's all tied together.
So, man. Yeah, no, I do. Yeah, man, I can say, man, keep doing what you're doing, bro. Keep that head you got on your shoulders, man. Like just as much as you say you get out of the group with us, I know me and Marcus, we're getting stuff from you too, man. And whether like now, like I said, whether it be what you're doing on YouTube, your energy, even your mindset, your attitude, I'm like, yo, ain't no reason to turn up. But even more, like I'm hella excited for how young you got started and figuring this part out, bro. Like your branches, are you still growing your roots, man. You ain't even start sprouting your branches yet. So keep doing what you're doing, man, and stay focused.
Thank you. Man. And there's people like you guys that help out the younger generation like me. Like before, I told you guys know what my other groups like before I came here. I don't want to say too much crazy stuff, but to have somebody that kind of looks like you, has a similar background as you, and it's telling you like, hey, you're not wrong about what you're doing. Just maybe pivot a little bit and try this. Or, hey, you're doing this, try this out. Or you're not doing this, try this out. To have y'all say that to me is such like the biggest thing too. And I tell my grandma all the time, like, man, I'm so happy that how y'all found me because I learned so much of being here within just a few weeks of being around y'all. Like you guys, I get to go home and do homework and I should be happy to do homework. Like you guys will tell me ideas and I'll listen to you guys tell me ideas. I'll take notes down on my tablet. I'll take pictures of what we're talking about and going home and actually applying that to what I'm doing with my business. It helps out so much. So I thank y'all a whole bunch. I know we only been around each other for a little bit, but I'll thank y'all probably every single week.
Man, hey, I know it's real if you're going home and telling grandma about it. That's real. That's the ultimate compliment.
Yeah.
Grandma's baby is happy.
Grandma love y'all. She didn't know y'all yet.
Hey, grandma.
She didn't know y'all yet.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. Yeah, like and subscribe, grandma.
She active. She my grandma active. She be a being running amok.
I love it.
And likewise too, man. Dillen inspired me to just go ahead and do the YouTube channel, right? Because I look at his comment, he told me about some of this, I don't know, ASMR. I had no idea what are you talking about, man. But this YouTube world is something else. We get on here every Thursday and we talk to business owners. We talk about business topics. But my man here has a creative eye and a talent. And that's why he's able to get customers from social media. That's where we found you from, social media.
Cool.
So, man, we definitely got to bring Dillen back on the podcast later on because right now this is just the start, right? So when you make your strides and do your thing, we're gonna have to highlight that and focus on the positivity and
the growth. Man, once you start getting those other vans, start hiring some people, you know what I mean? You can start separating yourself away from the business a little bit because I know that's Marcus's thing. Marcus is gonna grind that in your head until you get tired of hearing it. You see Devontae smiling already because he on him heavy about it every week. So that's like I'm looking forward to seeing that growth, man. So you kind of separate from it, man. You ain't even got to worry about going to some of the houses and smelling some of those smells you got to deal with.
Only a matter of time.
Amen. Well, shoot, man. Devontae, you got anything for D? Anything else?
No, I just want to encourage you, like everyone else has encouraged you. I think your mindset is where it needs to be at, and I think that's everything. Everything else is just experience, and you keep doing what you're doing. You're just going to be for sure success, man. You are a success. Just knowing that you already there. It's like people just telling me, the money's already there. You just wait for the show up in your account, but it's already there. And that's where you're at. I already feel you already there, man.
Thank you.
And Marcus, same to you, man. Anything for D before we close out?
And now, little fun fact, I don't even know if I told you or not. My daughter's name is Dillen.
Really?
Which is so funny because I was talking to Donnie, like, yeah, me, Dylan, and JD, we were over there, me with Irene. And she's like, Dylan? Oh, yeah, no. Dylan.
Not this one. She wasn't there.
Not the one in the room, yeah.
Right.
What she doing there?
For sure.
That's cool. I only met like one girl my entire life with the name
I'm telling you, y'all related in the whole other somehow, man.
Let me find out I got family in Gary, Indiana.
Yo.
No, hey. Not
ready to make that trip.
I have to ask my grandpa about that.
I think it's a lot of people that got folks in Gary, Indiana, don't even know about it.
I was about to say, I think everybody got family in Gary.
Exactly.
Actually, it's probably family they don't even want to know, like Michael Jackson.
Oh, that's crazy.
Like, oh, that's my family there, but I don't talk about their ass. You know,
we don't claim them. Yeah, we don't claim them.
He on the other side.
They like to fight. They like to fight at the family reunion.
That's funny, bro.
Oh, snap. Well, man. Well, hey, once again, y'all, we are the Triple Profit Podcast. We want to thank y'all for you watched through all of this, clicking and you found it. We appreciate it. To keep this thing rolling, all we ask is that you click the buttons. Click the buttons. I don't know where they're gonna be at, but like, click subscribe, click the bell, click the subscribe button, come back so we can get some more content to you guys. But as always, we appreciate y'all. We'll be back here next Thursday. And shoot, man, we'll holla at y'all later.